Good, right. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. This is Dalek 451, the new Dalek Emperor, and well, and I I'm not quite I'm not quite sure what this stream is going to be about. I just randomly decided to do it.
I kind of forced him into it.
Yeah, you did kind of put me on the spot to do it. And
Yeah.
so obviously I already have my first guest here. Here I have
Oh.
my good my good friend Potato Revan,
Yay!
who I was streaming with over on
I
his
know.
channel
I,
just a few minutes ago.
and then he's like, you know what? In his head, he's like, I think I might go to bed. So Dalek's gonna go live, and he's like, fucking bastard.
Yeah, pretty much. And we've already got a few guests in the chat, so whatever. Obviously, you.
That's the YouTube logo. Yes, that's me. Hey, hey,
Pop
pop
culture
culture.
curator. Hello, Darius. Oh,
See,
what surprised to see you here.
I sent them over from my stream, and now they're here. And can I get my puppy now? The right one.
Oh, Rod Thunderheart. I will be on soon. Okay, great. Can't wait to have you. Yeah, come on up when you can.
It's a little white fluffy one. The fact that you've got a box of them worries me.
Now, why would come on? Why would I ever harm a little puppy? I
didn't say you'd harm a little puppy. I just say you have my puppy, please.
But if I did have your puppy, I would. I bet I do a lot better job of loving it and caring for it than you would.
Hey, just because I let my puppy sleep in the oven and sometimes forget it's in there doesn't mean I don't love my puppy. It may have three legs, no ears, half a tail, one eye, be missing all of its teeth, and have a scar down inside and be called Lucky. But there we go.
Right, of course. Yeah, Potato Raid. Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah, that's what this is, isn't it? Mate, give me an hour, sir. No problem, Rod.
I will be unconscious in an hour. Yay me!
I honestly don't know how long I'm gonna keep this stream going for because part of me saying I shouldn't have bothered. I should have just gone to bed.
Sorry. So, Dalek, have you seen Stranger Things?
You mean that Netflix series?
Yes.
Not really. Not.
It's honestly very good.
I know of it. And I've watched. Have you come across a YouTube channel called Dead Meat?
I have not.
Oh well, if you like horror movies, I can recommend that channel.
I usually ruin horror movies for myself using too much logic. Like, it's like, why are you running through the kitchen? Grab a knife, grab a bar stool, stand behind the door and wait for him to come through.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's a lot
I watched this one horror movie, right?
Yeah.
Where this guy kidnapped these two women and locked them in the basement. Ah, boo, ooh, scary. Living in a smart house. Right. Now, Dalek, you've got an SD card in your cranial slot, also known as a brain. I checked it myself. Yes. Now, if I kidnapped you, right, and you were trapped down there with someone else, me being one dude with a penknife, that was his weapon, a penknife. right?
Right.
How fast would you and another guy of an equal build to you overpower me?
That's a, well, if you're the one with the knife, so
No, a penknife.
no, that's not really a knife, is it?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's like, what are you two down in the basement?
I mean, come on! You see these these horror movie slashers. The knives they have, they're fucking huge.
Yeah, this they're like pulled out a tiny little pen of it and they're like, no, please. And I'm like, yes, fucking do it. Like,
Yeah.
and she was there and she ran through the house. Now, you managed to get out of the house. Now you can't escape. It's a smart house, right?
Right.
He locks you there. On the kitchen table, open, unlocked. I was just using it. Is my tablet, right?
Right.
Are you grabbing that? Or are you just going to run right on past it?
Right. A tab in that situation.
A tablet for a smart house.
Well, if it's a smart house, probably grab it. Yeah.
Yeah, these two bimbos ran right past the tablet, right?
Right.
Right through the fucking kitchen and was like, oh no, what are we going to do? There's nothing we can do. I'm like, go back into the kitchen and grab yourselves a bigger fucking knife than him. Grab yourselves a bar stool.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right.
Or else, do you know who Miranda Cosgrove is? iCarly.
I vaguely remember iCarly if I ever
But
watched it at all.
But you know Carly from it though, from the ads. The girl with the black hair. Okay, so anyway, so she was in another horror movie, right?
Right.
I hope that she died. Painfully.
I mean, iCarly is just one of those typical Disney live action sitcoms, right?
It was a Nickelodeon, but yeah.
Oh, well, I hated shows like that. I thought they were too. They were.
Oh, I'm just talking about the actress, not the show.
Oh, sorry.
So, she was in this horror movie, right? And this dude starts sending her letters. I'm going to kill you on September 24th. Okay?
He actually this guy warns this woman that he's gonna kill her. And when?
Wait. It gets more than that. He then phones her. It's like, I'm gonna kill you on Saturday. Right?
Right.
And this girl's not like, I'm booking a flight out of here. Or anything, or I'm going to the cinema. No, not this bitch. He then shows up at her house, knocks on the door with a machete and a shotgun in his hand, and it's like, I'm coming back for you at 9:00. Right? And leaves. Now, Dalek, you'd be thinking, call the police or leave the house yourself through the other side when the entrance is clear. Right?
Well, yeah, get the fuck out of there. What are you waiting for?
She went, had a shower, and went to bed.
You kidding me?
No. That movie's plot was so bad that even Miranda Cosgrove jokes about it.
Bloody hell.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that, like, it is just stupid. Want to know?
This sounds like a parody of a horror movie than an actual horror movie.
No, it was meant to be an actual horror movie. Like, she got into a fight with him, and he dropped his gun, because, stupid. And she kicked it out of his hand. Like, she kicked it away.
Right.
To make sure that he couldn't use it, instead of picking it up and turning it on him. He'd already killed her dad.
Okay, that should have been. Okay, yeah, that should have been reason enough for it to be like like you killed my
Yeah.
you killed my dad, asshole. I'm gonna
Oh
kill you.
no! Yeah, it's like, let me just take this gun and not use it. Just leave it over there. Now you're defenseless. So I did. I want to kill you. I'm going to make sure you. No, the fucking gun was loaded, man.
Oh my god, that's just fuck. That is beyond stupid.
I know. And I had to watch all of this movie.
When was this movie made?
2015-ish, 2014.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Even older horror movies weren't that stupid.
There was another one. I love watching bad movies, right? I like them. I like it. And I watched this one movie. Do you ever watch bad Christmas movies?
I of course I enjoy a good of course enjoy watching a good movie on Christmas Day, but
No, a bad one.
Uh, define bad.
Hallmark Movies 24, a movie that's not on a proper channel.
You mean like some really like some really cheesy, badly acted
Yes,
rom-com or something like that? Like set
one
at Christmas.
movie I watched last Christmas. There's this rich girl, and her dad's like, "Honey, you need to go and reconnect with your family. I'm sending you back to the hometown where I was from. That you never met our senior grandparents, but I'm going to send you there anyway." Right?
Right.
So she's like, and they've never seen her. Like, okay, fine.
Oh wait a minute. I never said wait, kind of sorry. Hail to you, son of a red shirt. Good to see you.
Hey man.
Yeah, I think right. Pop culture, Darius, red son of a red shirt. Yeah, I think that's everybody. Sorry, carry on.
So she then meets into this girl on the plane seat beside her. Right? And lo and behold, they're going to the same place. And she's going to see her grandparents who she's never seen. Right?
Right.
And they decided to play swapsies.
Wait,
right?
What?
Yeah, they decide to switch identities. Like, the rich girl goes to the poor family, the poor girl goes to the rich family.
Oh my god! They're actually they did a Prince and the Poor for a bit plot.
Yeah. Oh wait. Oh, it's dumber than you think. It is much dumber. So she's going along and she keeps avoiding herself and everything. And there's the husband, right, of the rich family, the grandfather.
Yeah.
He's really loving and really kind to his granddaughter and everything.
Right.
Throughout the movie, now she wants to get a dress, right?
Right.
And she's like, how do I get a dress when my family would be poor instead of using my bank account? I know I'm going to go around this tiny city, tiny village with maybe 1,000 people in it and start singing for money. She raises $800 in a day.
What?
Yeah. She then buys a dress, right?
$800 just for seeing a few Christmas carols.
No, not Christmas carols. Country and Western songs.
Oh my god, that's even worse.
So she's there and she gets it. And when she's in her prom dress, right? Now, Dalek, I'm sorry, please put on your stupid hat. You will need cranial safety for what I'm about to tell you.
Uh-oh.
She sees a bunch of kids outside. Right? and one of them is her fake little cousin, and he's being bullied. Right
Right.
now, Dalek, you remember being in high school during like prom? Would any of the girls you knew or anything like that have given a fuck during that day
Um.
when they had
And,
prom going on?
when I was in,
Yeah, like,
um,
or in general, like no girl would give a fuck, right? When they were going to prom or something like that.
realistically, probably not.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, exactly. So she then throws on a pair of boots underneath her dress, and because her mother's also dead in it, right? And she had never seen her dad because she was living with her mother's sister, as you do. And she then goes across the field and proceeds to place a full game of American touch football, which ruins the dress because she is diving, rolling, and everything, but she's having a great time, right? And then she's like, I don't need this dress. It's not important. Family is what's important. But they're like, your mother's dress is still here, but you know, you're the exact same measurement and it's a current style dress, even though your mother wore it in the 80s. Right?
But these people, this kid she's playing with, but they're not her family.
Oh, just wait. I'll tell you the dumbest part. At the end of the movie, the rich grandfather calls the poor grandmother because both the girls' real identities get found out, right?
Right.
This is so bad, and I'm not making this shit up, Dalek. He's like,
Oh,
oh,
oh no. My brother's in the chat.
okay. So he turns around and he's like to his wife.
You didn't need to reveal that, you idiot. Sorry.
Dalek, you know you can delete comments.
Okay, yeah.
Want me to do it?
No, I got it.
You can also ban him as well. If you hit the three little dots, you can ban him.
I'm not gonna ban him. He's obsessively been following me ever since he found out I do this streaming stuff. He's been obsessively following me around wherever I go on YouTube.
He hasn't followed you over to my channel.
Well, he does. Well.
So anyway,
well, of course he'd find. Well, of course he'd be. Well, this is my channel, so of course he'd find me here.
So, but he's like says to his snooty wife who he's married to for 25 years, "Screw you, bitch," right? And she's like, "Fine, I'm taking the summer house in Malibu," and he's like, "Fine, you can have it." Walks up to the poor grandmother and he says, "Years ago, I had an affair with her. It turns out that son is my son." And the grandmother turns around and she looks at her son and says, "He's your dad." The two girls were actually fucking cousins.
What?
Oh yeah, hold on. The last scene of the movie is the entire family singing on the porch, "Oh Holy Night."
Like that's not cheesy enough.
I literally nearly threw up laughing so much. So why are you like this?
No, okay. I think I can solidly say no. I probably wouldn't. I would never watch crap like that.
Yeah.
Unless I was forced to. Like it's if I'm gonna if I'm gonna watch anything on Christmas Day, it's gonna be a film I actually like.
You're
It's
going to watch fuck, what's it called now? Oh, that's my name. Day. Oh fuck. All right. It's the one with Jimmy Stewart in it.
Jimmy Jimmy Stewart.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh yeah, It's a Wonderful Life. Yeah.
Yeah, that I like that.
I do remember watching that on Christmas Eve once. Yeah. Or was it Christmas morning?
Wait, you've only ever seen it once?
I think. Yeah, I've only seen it once.
Wow, that's my. What about National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation? You need to check it out.
I can't say I've seen that.
There's a bit of so they needed Chevy Chase to cry, right? But Chevy Chase couldn't cry, so they pulled a fucking sneaky little shit on him. So Chevy Chase is watching this home movie, right? And in the movie, we see that like it plays on our screens, like it takes up the whole screen of his freaking like 1950s like home movie stuff, right?
Right.
Where you can see it's the actual actors. But what they actually showed Chevy Chase was they actually got a home movie where he saw his grandparents, uncles, aunts, people who he had lost in the home movie that he hadn't seen since he was a kid. And they played it for him, and he started crying.
Oh,
yeah. And I'm just like, no, that's an emotion. Emotions are for the gays. My best friend, whenever we're online and someone's like, wait, she's a real girl, and I'm like, yeah, I know. She's got boobs and emotions and everything. And she's just like, why do you keep saying that to people?
Boobs and emotions and everything. Yeah.
Did you ever see the the Batman versus Superman? Do you bleed? Line.
The live action film Batman versus Superman.
Yeah.
That film. No, I've never actually seen that, but there's a good reason for me not seeing it. I went because I did go and watch. I did go to this. When it first came out, I went to the cinema to see Man of Steel, and frankly, I hated it.
But there's a meme that came out of that movie, right? It's Batman says, "Do you bleed?" And in the next panel, you see Wonder Woman and goes, "Yes, once a month for 6 days." Why?
God. Oh, that's fucking awful.
I know, but it's fucking funny. I brought a Comic-Con. I was talking to a bunch of people at a table, and I brought a point up. Right?
I mean, of course, Superman bleeds if he loses his powers. Of course.
Yes, but at this point, Batman didn't know. But he was talking to Wonder Woman.
He was. He actually says
in the meme. In the meme. The meme.
In the meme, he says that to Wonder Woman. I get that.
Yes. But I brought up a point. Later pop culture. Right? That said. Lex Luthor is always looking for Supergirl's DNA.
Right.
Right? Why don't he lock her in a Red Sun room? And wait. He'll get her blood anyway.
Well, yeah, because if he does that, her powers will just fade away. Will just run or just fade away, and then she'll be just be like a regular. Well, she'll be as weak and vulnerable as a regular human.
As a regular teenage girl, yeah.
Exactly.
And then you just poke her and everything, but she's like, "Oh Christ." Yeah.
That would be really creepy.
Yeah, but sometimes creepiness is funny.
But yeah, that is kind of the point. Superman or Kryptonians. They're not invincible. They do
No.
Under the right conditions. They're basically like regular humans.
Like Superman went up against like a god, like one of the big heavy hitters, and he broke his wrist. And that was the first time that Superman had ever experienced pain.
Okay, well there you go. That if there's a being more if there's a being's more powerful than Superman can harm him.
Yeah. Did you ever see the animated clip where Superman lobotomizes a bad guy?
Yes, I've seen that film.
Oh, okay.
I have actually seen that, yeah.
What do you think? I haven't seen it. Is it good? I've seen the clip loads of times.
It's really dark because you have this what are they called? The elites?
Yeah.
He's like basically they're going around claiming to be heroes, but they're basically doing everything that Superman would never dare do.
Yes.
And they just get so and they finally get into a fight with him and eventually gets to a point where it's like holy crap, they've pushed Superman over the edge. They've driven him mad.
I know. One of my favorite scenes from the comics was when Superman went missing one of the many billion times. But Rao had taken over Superman's position, right? And Rao does not have Superman's morality. Okay? Rao is stronger and he is a god. He literally don't care if you're alive or dead. Okay? Someone said to him, you won't kill. Because they were looking at the S, right? And they said, you won't kill. You're a Boy Scout. And he stepped forward and he saw a black suit with the S facing the wrong way and a metal helmet. And he just looked at him and he said, I'm not Kal-El. I am not weak. And one of the guys holding the knife said, really, what do you? And then all you see was pink mist. Like his red just went super fast forward, right? And pink mist, and then he just turned his head and he looked at the other guy, and the bad guy just dropped his knife and went, no, you don't get to leave. Crime is a sin. And he said, and I am an executioner. And he went, and all he'd see was just this guy running along, screaming when this big, huge bolt of like heat vision came out and incinerated him. So what do you do on a world where someone stronger than Superman doesn't care?
Oh my god, I've never heard. I know quite a bit about the mythology. Quite a bit about Superman and all that.
Yeah,
I've never heard of who's Rao.
Superman's ancestor.
Oh,
Rao depends on the continuity you're going with. Some versions he's Superman's ancestor, the first of the House of Hell. Right?
Oh, I see. Superman's a direct descendant of this guy.
Mm-hmm. But he is underneath a yellow sun. He was Superman. Underneath a red sun, he was like Superman. Right? Underneath what?
So wait. Are you telling me that there's a Kryptonian who actually had powers under a red sun?
Yeah, he was literally a god.
Holy shit.
But then as he aged, his powers got more and more and more advanced, right? And he
Right.
eventually became part of the foundation of the multiverse. He is Rao, God Cosmic.
Right, really. So he's literally a god. He's that powerful.
Yeah. But the thing is, he takes on mortal form every now and then. And in different continuities, sometimes he's Superman's kid who got sent back to the past. He's a clone. Think of like Superboy Prime, right? But got sent back to the past and lived out an entire life. But whoever he is, he's always the first in the House of El.
Nice. Right.
And he is a god to Superman. But one of the funny things is, Superman, you know that Superman's a Christian, right?
Well, being raised
in Kansas, yeah.
Well, being raised by the Kents, I'd imagine that would definitely. I'd imagine that would be the case. Yeah.
There was one scene where Rao showed up in the comics, and Supergirl and Power Girl got down on their hands and knees, and the entirety of Krypton, like New Krypton, right, got down on their hands and knees because their god was standing in front of them, and Superman was standing up, and he said, "Are you not going to kneel to me?" And Superman's like, "Sir, you're not my god." And he just walked over to him and he said, "No." He said, "But I'm a god." He said, "Are you not going to kneel to me?" And then he forced Superman to kneel by just looking at him. Like his eyes lit up. Do you want to see? Will I DM you a picture of Rao?
Wow. I mean, he's not he's not if he's supposed, wow, if this guy's supposed to be a god, he doesn't, he certainly, it sounds to me like he doesn't exactly, well, he doesn't have the what's the word am I looking for?
Morality?
No, he doesn't, not at all. And
no. Why would he though? At the same time though.
And hello, Canadian Spider-Man.
Hey, Canadian Spider-Man. Happy Canada Day.
Later, I guess. Oh, I didn't realize Pop had left.
So I'm going to send this to your Twitter. Okay? Going to send you two pictures. One is his human form. Here it is. This is him as in his human form, right? What do you think? Just another Kryptonian? If you were looking at him, you'd say, like, if you were on the street, you'd say, "Oh, that's a Kryptonian."
Yes. Yeah, it's. I mean, if he's wearing, he's kind of got the cape, sort of got a cape. He's got the arm with this armor. Yeah, he's. I guess he kind of resembles a Kryptonian. Yeah.
This is him when he unleashes his full power.
Wow.
Yeah. I am Rao. That is the one thing you don't want to hear him saying. I am Rao. That means basically when he says that, you're going to die. Because that's literally nearly his code phrase to initiate his full powers of like, "Hi, I'm Rao." Boom.
So if he just says all he has to do is say I am Rao, and he becomes
that
a flaming demon.
Well, no, he's not a demon. He's a god. Like, he does have his good moments, but I mean, you also have to remember, like, His morality is different.
Right. So he's so he's kind of like Superman, but he's more extreme in his methods.
Yes. Like when he's in mortal form, I'll explain it to you. To Superman, he's Superman. If that explains the power level. He's Superman to Superman.
Right,
in his mortal
right.
form. But when he says
in his mortal form, he's his what is his power is like twice that of Superman.
Yeah.
So he.
But then, like when he's like full form, he's like as powerful as the universe.
Okay, wow, that is insane. I've never. Like, seriously, I've never come across this Rao before. I mean,
he's really after gaining popularity in the past few years.
Maybe it's because I've what I know about Superman.
Yeah,
comes from
TV series.
It mainly comes from cartoons, TV series, and movies. Not really the comics.
All the way for me. I mainly the comics. But I mean, Darkseid.
Yeah, I know about Darkseid, sure.
He's scared of him. Darkseid is scared of him.
Darkseid is scared of Rao.
Yeah.
Darkseid.
Yes, and anyone of the God chain. Because there's different levels of gods. Rao's like at the top. Only suppressed by the one above all.
So if he's that, if he's literally a god, then no one can stop him at all.
Actually, yes, because there's more people the same strength as him who actually have morality. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, they are like Zeus. Like he's got morality. He's the same strength as him, and all things like that. But yeah, like literally. So what tends to happen is, say for talk's sake, that Rao shows up on Earth, right? Like within minutes, one of the other gods, same level as him, shows up, and they're like, "What's your intentions here? This is a protected world." Yeah, it's kind of like an offset. Like to have someone that powerful, like who would you have fight him? Simple, the gods.
Makes sense.
Yeah, but he's not a bad guy at the same time. It's just he can get pissed off easy.
Is that all? He just has a bit. He basically has morality, but he has a high temper.
Yes. Like, because remember, he is a god. So think of it more of Henry VIII for you, Dalek.
Yeah.
That kind of a morality system. But, yeah, it was really weird. In one universe, Harley Quinn tried to sleep with him.
What?
Yeah.
Harley Quinn.
Yeah, she wanted to sleep with him because she said that she wanted to sleep with a god.
Oh shit.
He said that he'd turn her pelvis to jelly.
Exactly. and knowing Harley, I bet she said she'd like the sound of that.
She started smiling at him. And he just looked at her and he said that basically to him, she's less than an insect.
Well,
He's like, yeah, he said that he has his own people who he goes after. And it turns out there's an entire, like, all the gods act like their own species. They have their own bars. They've got their own places to hang out. They've got friends.
No way.
Yeah. Because they're that powerful. They've got, like... Gotta think about it. If you could destroy the moon with a flick of your wrist, right?
Right.
And you've been and then then say I show up and you're like, oh, I am Dalek, and I'm like, greetings, I'm Nuaga. And you realize I'm the same strength of you, maybe even a tad stronger. Would you not be like, you want to hang out?
Well, if you're basically the same level as me, and
yeah,
if not a little more, yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah, like you're like, hey, I'm not alone anymore. You're like, want to hang out? That's basically what they did. They're all like, oh shit, there's more of us. Hi. Do you like Yu-Gi-Oh?
Oh man, that's insane.
Yeah, it's like, but like, Wonder Woman went to where they hang out in the realm above realms, as they like to call it, right?
Right.
And she came back, and one time she said, and they're like, what is it like? And she said, they don't hang out in heaven, right? Because the one above all takes the souls into heaven, right? They're like, oh, where did they hang out? She goes, there was bars, there were shops, they have their own city. It was actually quite underwhelming.
Wow.
Yeah.
The life of a god is actually pretty mundane.
Yeah, literally. Like, you know Seth, the god of death? Right? The Egyptian dog-headed god of death.
Yeah.
Yeah, when Wonder Woman went to see where he lives in his palace, he was out the back fishing.
No way.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, hey. It's like, hey.
It's like,
what are you doing here?
So gods are just regular people.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
It's actually quite hilarious. Like, she's there, and she turned around, and it's like, oh, hey, Rao. And it's like, hey, what's up? What are you? Like, one time they turned around and they're like, oh, we met someone from 50,000 years in the future. And it's like, and? Wait, that's not normal for you. Okay. Because remember, time has no meaning to them. And like, wait, this isn't normal for you? And Wonder Woman was...
Well, yeah, I'd imagine it. Well, imagine it wouldn't be, no.
Yeah. But they turned around and Wonder Woman was like, with all these gods here, you don't help the world below? And they're like, no. Why? Do you get angry when two hills of anteaters fight each other? And they're like, no. He goes, same for us. He goes, ye are what ye are, and we are what we are. Anyway. But yeah, the gods lived pretty fucking mundane lives. And it was really funny because when Wonder Woman went to see where the Greek...
So gods are all just assholes who just sit on their asses all day doing nothing.
No, it's just that when you go to see them, they tend to be sitting on their asses doing nothing. Right? Like, they've actually got shit to do, but like, it was fucking funny because Wonder Woman turned around and it's like, why aren't you doing anything? And they're like, we are though. Like, we have been and we will be and we do. But, you know, we're important. But what they do tend to do is they're the reason why Darkseid's only on one planet.
They're the reason Darkseid is only
on one planet, and when he moves through the multiverse, he can only take over one planet.
Wow, that's a damn. That's you can only conquer one planet.
Yeah, Darkseid's not in our universe. He's outside. He's going through the multiverse. So when Darkseid's coming, he's coming from an alternate universe.
No,
Like
oh
in
man,
like in one thing, I saw Darkseid going up against one of the he went up against Zeus, right?
right.
And he was there, and he looked, and Apollo stand beside Zeus, and he just used his eye lasers, the ones that follow you wherever you go, right? And they just walked through the eye
Yeah,
lasers, and
the Omega beams, I think they're called.
yes, that's it. And Apollo turned around and he said, "Yeah, you don't need these." And he said, "What do I not need?" And he said, "Your eyes." And just like poked him in the eyes, and when he pulled his fingers back, he had two eyeballs on him, and he went flick. He went ugh. Wait, nobody thought of blinding Darkseid. In all your years of finding him, you never thought of blinding Darkseid. Why is this not an option?
That is wow.
Yeah,
Okay, 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 as great as this conversation is, I'm starting to think. Well, we're just chatting, and
yeah.
I don't think anyone's actually watching this.
There are no, there's not.
I mean, yeah, I look for the last 15 or so, however many minutes, it's just said there's only two people watching, and I'm
You
guessing
want to end? One of them is you.
I'm guessing one of them. I mean, on my laptop, I do have the stream um
Yeah.
up in another window, and I've got, and maybe my brother is listening to this, but I don't think anyone else is.
No.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Thanks a lot, everyone in the chat. You came in, then you all sodded off.
yeah. It's Friday night in America, live stream night.
Yeah, everyone. Yeah, if I didn't do this stream, I'd have just,
Gone to bed.
put Doomcock on and gone to bed.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to go to my head to my bed. Okay. You'll be awesome, Dalek.
Yeah. Well, thanks for hanging out with me for a bit.
No worries, man. See you.
Yeah, see you, man. Well, I think. Well, everybody, I think this stream has gone on for I think this stream's gone on for long enough. I don't really see any other way this stream can go much further. We had. I could have. All this stuff. This chat I had with Revan, I could have done that just hanging out with him backstage. I didn't need to go live for that. So, I'll keep this going for a little bit longer, maybe, because I like to take things up to a proper number. Like maybe take this up to the hour. Because Rod Thunderheart did say he might pop in and pop in at some point. I don't know if he is going to, but I'm gonna give this another few minutes. Maybe give this stream another few minutes. Maybe take it up to the hour, and if no one else shows up, then I think I'll end this little stream and call it a night, because this stream wasn't going to be very long anyway. So suppose I could give my thoughts on maybe the latest episode of The Orville, even though I've already done so over on Revan's channel. And I didn't enjoy this week's episode very much, if at all. I was really bored watching this week's episode of The Orville, which sadly seems to be becoming a bit of a pattern, a bit of a trend, because the last few episodes have been really disappointing. And Greasby and my bro Greasby Rugby White, if you're still watching this, please don't give out too personal details about me or yourself in the chat. I would rather remain anonymous, if you don't mind. I mean, sure, I've given out I've said plenty of details about myself in plenty of other streams, but I don't want to go too personal. I know you're listening, Grease. I know you're listening, Greasy Rugby White. If you, just say yes in the chat if you are. All right, like I'm gonna take the stream to the hour. If Rod Thunderheart doesn't show up, I'm just gonna call it. I'm just gonna call it quits. Now, what can I talk about for the next 8 minutes? Well, since I was talking to Revan about Superman and general DC stuff, and I remember watching the Superman animated series and absolutely loving it. And I've seen quite a good few episodes of. When I was a kid, I really liked a lot of superhero cartoons. I watched the old things like things like the old Spider-Man 90s Spider-Man cartoon, the old X-Men cartoon. What else? Batman the animated series, Superman the animated series. I watched quite a bit of the Justice League series. That was good. Those animated shows, they were all brilliant. I loved those. And quite a bit. And I did used to like quite a bit of the Marvel stuff as well. I remember watching a Marvel show called Hulk and the Agents of Smash. That was quite a funny show with the Hulk and She-Hulk and all these other different Hulks. It was quite funny. And also, and there was also the old 90s Marvel cartoons, Fantastic Four, The Incredible Hulk. Was there an Iron Man one? No, I don't think there was an Iron Man one. And of course, and in the early 2000s, there was a cartoon series simply called The Batman. That, in my opinion, was pretty good. It had all the classic villains. It had the Joker. It had the Penguin. I think it had this police detective who was like a friend of Bruce Wayne, and he becomes Clayface after running with the Joker. pretty dark. And oh yeah, there was the Riddle and they also had the Riddler. And he eventually, because this series was like early years Batman. It was Bruce, because Bruce Wayne had only been at the beginning. Bruce Wayne had only been Batman for like 3 years, so it was very early days for him. He was still very young. He was still a young man, and he was just basically still just starting out as Batman, and he was he was hated by Gotham. He wasn't really seen as a hero. He was hunted down as a vigilante. But I really like that show, and I love the dynamic, the great relationship and dynamic between Bruce and Alfred in that show. It was really good. It was really touching. Because he was like because in that show, Alfred wasn't just Bruce Wayne's butler. He was like, I suppose you could say he was like a surrogate father to Bruce. And there was an animated movie from that series. It was literally called Batman versus Dracula. It was one heck. I really enjoyed that film, because it was now the Dracula and the vampires that we got in that film. Wow, now they really were. That's what I call vampires. Fast, strong, demonic. And they didn't sugarcoat the whole blood drinking thing. Oh no, when you saw blood in this video, they didn't do the softcore thing like Marvel did, like calling it plasma or anything like that. No, it was blood. And and I think eventually in that show he did. I think in the last season he did finally get a Robin, and he did get a teenage Barbara Gordon as Batgirl. Sorry. Yeah, Batgirl. But that didn't happen for a while, because I don't think we had like Commissioner Gordon at the beginning of the series. Yeah. Because again, this was like very early days Batman, this show. Yeah, okay, I think of okay, yeah, no one else is watching this. Everyone just came in to say hi to me, then they all just went. So thanks a lot. Everybody, for that. And just a minute away from an hour, so I think I'm gonna wrap this up. So I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna end this stream, then I'm gonna go put Doomcock on, and I'll just probably fall asleep listening to Doomcock. So right. So yeah, thank on the last minute, final 30 seconds. Thank you to Potato Rabbin for coming on, having a good chat with me, feeling some very interesting stuff about the mythology of Superman I never knew. So I thought you were gonna, obviously I don't think Rod Thunderheart's gonna show up. Yeah, no one's watching this. Nobody at all. So I'm just gonna. And there's the hour. So I'm just gonna wrap then. Well, this stream didn't go quite as I'd hoped. It started out good, but it just tapered out really quickly. So I'm gonna end this here. So thank you to everyone who did show up. Thank you very much for Potato Raven for coming on out and chatting with me. But I think it's time to wrap this up. It's time I was off. I'm gonna go to bed now. So from the surface of Skaro, this is Dalek 451 signing off. I will see you all next time. Good night, everybody.